The beta bags that we have as a product offering initially came to us a couple of years ago. A customer presented an opportunity that they were challenged with the need of getting product into isolators through their ports. They had identified that beta bags was an opportunity that was open to them because they were going to have their ports modified within their isolators to take the beta bags from Gettinger.
And they decided as well that actually to have bags filled with plates was something that their customer base was looking for. It wasn't something that we'd ever looked into before with regards to sterile transfer into ports. So it was kind of a conjunction between one of our customers needing a solution and also something in the market that we had identified that was a need.
So from that we went through a new product introduction process, which requires us to fully investigate the product offering that we can deliver to meet the customer needs. It also requires us to ensure we get the right partnership to offer the right product to the customers.
So as a plate manufacturer, we decided that we would explore this, and it was something that we knew that we could do relatively easily, and it would answer the question around sterile transfer into isolators.
So the whole purpose of your beta bag is to ensure there is no downtime within the isolator through having to move sterile plates into that environmental monitoring space, and then to also get those plates out of that isolator as well.
The other question that it answers as we moved further into investigating the product was around storing plates in a very limited space such as an isolator. So with these bags themselves, what they can do is you can not only take the plates out of the bag, but also you only need to take the plates out of the bag that you need. So if you needed a sleeve of 10 and not 3 sleeves, for instance, you could take 1 sleeve at a time.
We got in bed with Gettinger with looking at their bags, making sure that the ports required on their bags fitted the ports that are required from our customer. And it was very clear to us that Gettinger had the expertise to help us to develop a product that was fit for purpose.
The customer also had a benefit around saving time and cost that is associated with the decontamination process, so the VHP process within isolators. So not only does this have a cost associated with it, but there's a time that's needed to deliver that as well, and that can vary depending on customers' SOPs.
We mentioned that it was important for us to partner with the right supplier of the bags, and what we found with Gettinger was that they have a lot of expertise around this product. They understand the pharmaceutical market for which this product is designed for. They don't only just produce the bags, but they obviously produce the ports, and they can support customers in ensuring the right port is fitted to isolators, and they offer a range of beta bags for that application.
So when we go into the process of identifying a product development, we categorise these, which are low, medium and high risk. So while we know the product that's going in there, it's a Redipor plated media, we didn't understand kind of how irradiation might affect the product within the bag, and the validation, how we could fill the bag, for instance, so it's filled through a port. So it was actually categorised as a high risk product.
Once we had gone through that process of identifying the product, we have to then start a validation process in-house to ensure the product is fit for purpose. So this clearly needs to be an irradiated product to allow this then to move into the isolator, to avoid the isolator being opened and then having to decontaminate the isolator.
So once we had identified that commercially there was a need within the market, we then deployed our team of individuals within Cherwell to look at this in a little bit more detail. So we engaged with Gettinger, who supplied the bag for us. We obviously identified if we could pack the needed number of plates into the bag, and whether or not we could successfully irradiate the bag to ensure that it was sterile.
The irradiation process requires the bags to go into single totes, So the way the irradiation process works is it's not just about the weight, it's also about the box size. So for our 9cm box, we did have to develop a new box in order for it to fit both the beta bag, but also to meet the requirements for our irradiation process. And again, that box is uniform, so it can be used for a multiple of configurations. So we won't have to go back through that process again if we were asked to develop something different in a configuration. And the contacts actually fit very nicely into our current 9cm box that we use for non-beta bag irradiated products.
All these elements then fell into place. We put the bag through validation, and we now have a product that can be used very successfully with the customer on getting a port.
The product offering that we have developed is contact plates, 10 packs, each pack containing 10 plates, so 100 plates in total. We also offer the same as the 9cm plates in terms of it's 10 plates within 10 packs, so 100 plates in those. We have gone through the process of validating the minimum and maximum weights of both of those. So although we are at this point not able to reconfigure the bag and its contents in terms of the volume of plates, we are able to offer a range of filled plate volumes as long as they retain that 100 plates per bag. The reason for that is the validation. So the validation that we had to do with Steris, again we partner with Steris as a global irradiation, both for E-beam and gamma irradiation suppliers, who we've been using for many years to irradiate our products. They require us to irradiate within a weight range. Anything that falls outside of that weight range invalidates the irradiation dose mapping that's been taken place. So once our product goes through that dosing process, we can then verify the dose range meets the requirement against the validation, and it is at that point we would then be able to release those products. That said, if a customer requires a different configuration in the beta bag, we can absolutely deliver that. The lead time from placing the order to delivery may be longer than expected, because we will have to go back through and review the validation that's done in the irradiation space, and it may require us then to revalidate the irradiation process to ensure the sterility of product meets the customer's need.
So the impact that this has, I suppose, is that it means that we know there's a risk associated with it with product development, therefore actually the time to market can be a little bit more extended than normal.
The process of filling the bags does require us to open the opening on the bag, and these bags from Gettinger allow you to open these up to 5 times before that seal then starts to become compromised. That is what they have validated, and that is what they have recommended to all of their customers using these products. They do offer 2 ways of filling the bag. One is that you can buy the bag without the bottom of the bag being sealed, or you can buy the bag in its sealed entirety. So we looked at both of those options when we went through the validation process. We were challenged as a business that if we choose to fill the bags without compromising the number of times you can open the port, we would have to then seal the bottom of the bag. The validation required around ensuring the integrity of the seal, we are not a manufacturer that can do that. So we recognise that that is not our strength. We recognise that we cannot do that. So that's important for us to not only recognise what we can deliver, but what we can't deliver. So we made a decision within the business at the point of the new product request going through that we would compromise the opening just once. And so therefore when we're selling these to customers, it's very clear they understand these ports can be opened up to 4 times because we have already exhausted one of those to fill the product. What that does do, it ensures that we have not compromised these bags at all, that have come from Gettinger, who have validated these to be fit for purpose within that pharmaceutical environment. Once all of that product offering had been developed, one of the other big challenges we had within the business was how do we ensure that this follows through the manufacturing process from placing an order right the way through to delivering to customer. So we do have an ERP system that captures all of our manufacturing process. The beta bag is slightly different to any other product in the fact that you have to manufacture the plates that are then packed into sleeves. Those sleeves, instead of going straight into a box, then have to be put into a beta bag. That beta bag is then put into an outer bag, which then goes into a box.
So with all that, with all the validation, assessment of risk, the box, we had to develop a specialist box that this gets shipped in. Once all that is in progress and signed off by our quality team, we now have a product that's ready to go to market.
So of course that does require us then to ensure consistency in process. The relevant training has been delivered. So we have developed a new standard operating procedure that will ensure that all business areas that touch this product from ordering to receipt understand the process. That's important to us, so you have consistency. We can then provide evidence of training through our customer audits should they require to see that, and we can also ensure then that the consistency in packaging, which is also important when it comes to irradiation, is maintained.
So now the exciting thing is, now we've got this product development, is we know that it is a product that is fit for purpose, that answers our customers' needs around sterile transfer, space within the isolator, and saving cost during these time-consuming processes. And that's quite exciting. So when you know you have a product that a customer needs and wants and answers questions for them and makes their process quicker and more efficient, that's a really nice place to be when you've developed a product. So where you can find detail about this product is on our website. We have a landing page that gives full detail around what the product is, the codes and the pricing. So if you need any more information, then you can obviously have a look at that. And we're pleased to say that actually this product has already been sold and is out in the market as well. So we know it's successful when the customers are chomping at the bit for the product to be out and about and ready to use.